It's early spring in the Rocky Mountains, and I had no idea that this would be my last backpacking trip in Colorado. The temperatures are rising and the snow is melting, so in my life, that means it's time to start planning all of the trips before the snow falls again. After debating Ryan for a couple of days about whose car to take on this backpacking trip, we loaded up his CRV and hit the road to Dominguez Escalante National Conservation Area. We spent our first night in an isolated campground right on the Gunnison River. We threw out our arms playing catch with the football as Nemo chased it around and wore himself out. After 6 months of shoveling snow off our cars, it was nice to be out in the somewhat warm desert. At daybreak, we packed up our things and headed off to the trailhead where we would spend the next 3 to 4 hours hiking amongst ancient dwellings and hidden eyes. Walking next to these 200-foot red walls makes you feel so tiny. I could only imagine how tiny Nemo felt. As I had my drone out, I just so happened to see some bighorn sheep strutting along the massive rocks above us. I felt so grateful to have been able to capture this. It was a great omen to the beginning of this trip. Once we left the Gunnison River, we headed right into the middle of the Dominguez Canyon wilderness. The weather couldn't have been any better. It was in the high 60s to low 70s during our day hike and dropped down into the high 30s in the night. Hiking miles and miles with about 25 pounds of camera gear is no easy feat, but it's worth it being able to capture these amazing times with friends and the beauty of the world that we live in. We came across multiple ancient dwellings with signs of artistic minds. These Ute artworks of animals carved in the red rock can date back to 1000 BC. That's so wild to think about. These people from thousands of years ago were living a way of life that has long been forgotten, and tonight we're going to sleep under the same stars that they did. As we approach our dwelling for the night, my shoulders thank me for taking off my backpack, and my body aches to be in the water. So, first thing first, I had to go jump in the frigid cold water for a second next to our desert oasis of a camp spot. After cooling off and relaxing for a little bit, we set up shop and Nemo wasted no time by hopping into the tent to take a much needed nap. While Nemo rested, we went out to gather firewood and put our food stash somewhere far from camp. We also decided to search around the area to see what we could find. We ended up finding some pretty sweet stuff, like a mountain lion den, a couple of ancient dwellings, one that looked like it had got taken over by some cowboys with the remnants of food storage of sorts. We also found some old tools from around 100 years ago or so, and a crazy hole in the ground that led to who knows where. This area might have been a little mining spot.
Where's the shaft? Nope.
The sun is setting, so we decide to head back to camp to start a fire and play some Uno in the dark while we talk about the depths of life.
Back to you.
Friendships like
Yeah.
these come far and few.
Back to you again.
It's these moments that I miss having with Ryan. We could literally sit and do nothing and have the best time together. I didn't know this would be my last trip into the wild with him, but I'm so grateful for all the time we spent together out there. I look forward to meeting again in the mountains.
Rojo.
Until next time, my friend.